Hello YouTube, Wes here checking in with a brand new episode of the Vinyl Survivor. This is the final reckoning of albums I've picked up, and I tell you whether I liked them, whether I didn't like them, whether they're going to be going in my permanent collection back there, or whether they just weren't for me. Anything I decide not to keep that's I deem to be collector quality ends up in my Discog store. You can get to that by going to deepdishrecords.com, and that'll transfer you over to my Discog store. So anything you see that I didn't like that you're interested in, you can check out there and see if it's there. I also post other interesting records I find there from time to time. So check that out. You can also follow me on Instagram to see what I've been listening to lately. That's at Wes Spins Vinyl. And that's all for the announcements. So let's go ahead and get into this episode of the Vinyl Survivor Show. As always, 10 records up on the chopping block. What's gonna be kept and what's gonna be going away. First thing we have here on the chopping block is the 2012 album by the Canadian indie rock group Stars. This is titled The North. Really cool indie rock group, Stars. I really do like their stuff. All their albums are a little bit different from each other. They don't always sound the same. Sometimes they're more rock and roll. Sometimes they're more poppy. Really great music. I really do love this band a lot. I pick up anything I see of theirs. So this was a really cool pickup for me. And definitely enjoyed listening to this one. And I believe this is on colored vinyl. Yes, it is. I'll show you the insert first. Some lyrics there on the insert. And this is on a cool translucent blue vinyl. Goes with the album art pretty well. Stars, True North from 2012 definitely gets a thumbs up for me, and this is absolutely a keeper going in my collection. All right, next up we got a bit of disco here that I picked up. This is 20 Golden Hits, The Magic of Boney M. Very, very shiny, eye-catching album cover here. Yeah, I believe these are kind of all mixed together in a disco fashion. Yeah, I'm just not that big into disco in general. This was a free pickup, so I thought, what the heck, I'll give it a try. Definitely wasn't for me, but it was okay. It had its moments, but overall, I did not like this one. This one's not staying in my collection. It does have a cool die-cut cover here. So there's the insert on that side, and then on this side, and this is a UK pressing on the Atlantic label. So Boney M, 20 Golden Hits, not a keeper for me, and so yeah, unfortunately not staying around in the collection. All right, next up was a blind buy, a piece of 90s vinyl that just looked interesting. I believe this is on the Sub Pop label, but this is a Looper with Up a Tree. Kind of, I guess, best described as kind of a 90s alt-rock, indie rock kind of thing. Yeah, dug this one quite a bit. There's the Sub Pop label, really cool. Yeah, Looper with Up a Tree, really good 90s indie rock, alt-rock kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm digging this. I'm going to keep this around. I like listening to this. So that was definitely a good one to find. All right, next thing I have to share with you is a Vinyl Me Please release that sort of got me into this group. I recently picked up their most recent album earlier this year. As I said, really dig this group a lot, and that is Glass Animals, and this is their album, How to Be a Human Being. Glass Animals are kind of, pop rock kind of group, I guess is the best way to put it, but they blend in hip-hop and jazz and funk, and yeah, it's kind of all over the place, but in a good way. I really dug this group a lot, and it was really cool to get this here. It has a die-cut gatefold, which is an oddity, but you can sort of change out what's in the frame there, I guess. So this is the booklet that was in the die cut, and there are some lyrics, and then it folds out into a poster. Very nice. And this is the Vinyl Me Please art print, kind of a 8-bit version of the album cover. And then this being a Vinyl Me Please release, it's pressed on colored vinyl, nice light blue colored vinyl there. So a nice release, an introduction to the band for me, and I definitely dig Glass Animals quite a bit. Definitely was glad to discover them through Vinyl Me Please, and yeah, this one is this album How to Be a Human Being from them. Yeah, definitely gets a thumbs up from me. Liked it a lot, and it's going to be staying in my collection. All right, next up we have another sort of blind buy pickup. I think I picked it up at the same time I picked up the Looper album. This is sort of early from the year 2000, a singer-songwriter kind of thing by the artist Richard Ashcroft, A Song for the Lovers. Yeah, I didn't think very much of this. It just, I didn't vibe with it at all. It's good. It's okay. It just didn't do much for me. So this is not a keeper for me. A plain inner sleeve on this one. And the vinyl itself, custom labels. I thought it was just kind of interesting. Very, very little vinyl was being released in the year 2000. You know, it was kind of before the vinyl resurgence and well after it had died. So, yeah, very rare thing to find an original pressing of anything from the year 2000. But yeah, overall, I didn't vibe with this one. So, unfortunately, it's not a keeper for me. All right, next thing I have to share with you is an album by the Four Tops from 1978 titled At the Top. So definitely a very late album by the Four Tops. And this one I enjoyed, but it's not something I think I need to listen to again. You know, it was nice, not real memorable, not anything that I feel like, yeah, I've got to listen to that again sometime. So this is not a keeper for me. It's on the ABC label, kind of a rainbow color there. So yeah, Four Tops At the Top. Not a keeper for me. All right, next up we have the 2016 release. I think this is the third release, by Bony Bear, 22 A Million. Definitely getting weirder and weirder at this point as far as the manipulation they're doing and stuff. And definitely odd in the album art and the symbology. However you want to put this. I mean, a lot of the track, I think that the track names are actually just symbols. Yeah, but good stuff. I like Bony Bear. I like the early, Forever Ago, kind of very folksy kind of stuff, and the more electronic, out there, freak out kind of stuff they do as well. But yeah, enjoyed this release. Just have a nice full-size booklet inside. Let's see, it goes this way, I guess. Yeah. Had it backwards there. There's the cover. And inside, just it's weird. You get like the symbol and then some random lyrics here and there, and yeah, just I don't know if there's some handwritten stuff. Just very odd, all of it, but it's Bony Bear. It's kind of what you come to expect at this point. Purple inner sleeve. That was the original inner sleeve. And then this is on black vinyl, Jaguar Records. So yeah, Bony Bear's 22 A Million. I dig it and it's staying in my collection. All right, next thing I have to share with you is a 12-inch single by, I believe they're a French group, Air, and this is the 12-inch single to Sexy Boy. I do like the track Sexy Boy, but it's not something I feel I need to have a single of. So I'm not going to be keeping this one around, but it's a good song. I'd rather have a full-length LP from Air if I'm going to collect anything of theirs on vinyl. I do have most of their stuff on CD. 12-inch single there, custom labels. Yeah, there's 4 or 5 different mixes of the song on here. So yeah, Air's Sexy Boy. When was this released? From Moon Safari. Does not have a year on it, but yeah, that's not a keeper for me. All right, next up we got a bit of soul for you here with Junior Walker and the All-Stars, A Gas, from 1970 on the Motown Records label. Some good soul stuff here. Again, just something I enjoyed, but I don't feel like I need to keep this around. It's not something I feel I would go back to at any time. I have some other more favorite kind of soul artists, soul albums that I think I'll go to when I do want to hear some good soul. So a good enjoyable listen, but not a keeper for me. And this is on the purple soul label. I do like that label. I have a couple 45s with it on there. Yeah, really nice purpley soul label. So yeah, unfortunately, Junior Walker and the All-Stars, a gas, is not for me. Not going to be a keeper. Not staying in the collection. All right, last but not least, you got some jazz for you here. This is Miles Davis and Robert Glasper with Everything is Beautiful. Robert Glasper is a modern sort of a modern producer. He took some Miles Davis stuff, mixed in his own stuff, worked with some different artists like Erykah Badu, Stevie Wonder, a bunch of other artists that are lesser known. Just kind of mashed things together, and yeah, I struggled with this one. It was enjoyable. It's okay, but I didn't love it. So unfortunately, this one is not going to be a keeper for me. Sort of reproduction, 6i Columbia label, pressed on red vinyl. I think this might have been an Amazon exclusive. I did get this through Amazon. So yeah, I just felt this was a bit all over the place. I couldn't get into it. So unfortunately, this one's not a keeper. So that's going to do it for this episode of the Vinyl Survivor. Thank you for staying tuned. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Check out, make sure you're subscribed so you can be kept up to date with future episodes. Have a great day, great night. Remember, there is no bad music, only music you don't like. We'll see you again next time. Cheers.